in death. 6,000 figures at first, and then it grew to 7,000, and finally to 8,500. And as of the present date, it's even larger, and we don't really know how many figures were created.
The Terracotta Warriors and Horses is a collection of terracotta sculptured, buried as funerary objects of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China who started the first version of the Terracotta Warriors. Visited by many presidents and heads of countries and regions, the Terracotta Army is very mysterious, and we have various questions about it. Why did Emperor Qin Shi Huang build such a large-scale tomb? Are these Terracotta Warriors all the same? Where is the Terracotta Army? Before we answer these questions, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are uploaded. The Terracotta Army was discovered on March 29, 1974, when farmer Yang Zifa uncovered fragments of pottery when digging a well. This pottery led to the discovery of the first warrior of the famous Terracotta Army. The clay army lies in the greatest mausoleum in the world, and archaeologists assert that it was meant to protect Emperor Qin Shi Huang in his journey after death. Each soldier was created with unique characteristics and was placed according to rank. Horses, weapons, and other objects were also discovered. The army consists of 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots, 520 horses, and 150 cavalry. It was buried with the emperor, supposedly protecting him in the afterlife. Here's 8 facts about the Chinese Terracotta Army. Number 1. Who built the Terracotta Warriors? Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China who unified the warring kingdoms, ordered the construction of the Terracotta Army as soon as he ascended to the Qin's throne in 246 BC. While most decisions were made by officials, as he was only 13, it is believed that the Prime Minister, Li Si, designed the project, and the head supervisor was Zhang Heng, the senior general of Qin's army. More than 700,000 workers were enrolled or forced to participate, including soldiers, craftsmen, and peasants. There were 4 pits planned to build. As they got partially excavated, in 3 of them stand terracotta warriors, and 1 pit left empty, which is believed to be unfinished because of Qin's sudden death in his 50s, and his tomb still remains unexcavated. Number 2. Who's the owner of the Terracotta Army? Qin Shi Huang established the first centralized state of China, and so became the first emperor of the entire country. Replicating the once invincible troops of the Qin dynasty, the Terracotta Army was made with the glorious mission of protecting this great emperor in the underworld. However, some scholars hold the opinion that some facts show that the real owner of the pits might have been Dowager Empress Zhuang, the great-great-grandmother of Qin Shi Huang. She was the mother of King Zhao, 306 to 251 BC of Qin State, and once controlled the court for 41 years. This bold conjecture advances the construction time of the project half a century earlier. Number 3. It's not just soldiers. More recent discoveries include terracotta acrobats and strongmen. Another pit contained 15 terracotta musicians and 13 bronze water birds to entertain the emperor in the afterlife. There is also a pit full of stone armor and several pits full of horse skeletons. Number 4. How were the terracotta soldiers made? According to the research on the Terracotta Warriors and Horses excavated, the production of terracotta warriors can be roughly divided into 3 steps. Step 1. Make terracotta warriors' trunks roughly from clay. Step 2. Make the detailed sculpture carvings on the basis of the first step. Step 3. Put the head, limbs, and trunk together to complete the terracotta warrior. The terracotta warriors would be dried in shade and then put in a kiln. The temperature was about 1000 degrees Celsius. After the figurines were burnt out of the kiln, they were painted one by one, and the production of the terracotta figurines was finally completed. The Terracotta Warriors and Horses were built in the site near the pit of the Terracotta Warriors and Horses. The clay used was the local earth mixed with quartz sand. Previously, it was speculated that the Terracotta Warriors were produced in batches by molding, but according to the fragments of the excavated Terracotta Warriors and the different shapes of each Terracotta Warrior, this hypothesis was proven wrong. Usually, it takes at least 2 weeks to complete one Terracotta Warrior with this traditional method. Number 5. the mystery of mercury in the underground palace of the mausoleum. According to ancient literature, a large amount of mercury was buried in the underground palace of the mausoleum of the first Qin Emperor. And the explanation is that the mercury was used to simulate rivers and the sea. Modern archaeologists have indeed found mercury in the soil of the mausoleum. However, considering it was over 2,000 years ago, we are left to wonder how people injected so much of this highly toxic chemical into the underground palace. Was it really meant to represent rivers and the sea? These still remain enigmas. Some scholars even suspect that they have something to do with aliens. Number 6. Forging technology. The bronze swords unearthed in the Terracotta Warrior pits are very sharp. They basically appear new and shiny, and some of them have no rust at all. All of them were brilliantly crafted. According to test results, their surfaces underwent an oxidation treatment with chromic salts. Based on historical literature, such technology was invented by Germany in 1937 and by America in 1950. How could China have mastered this technology more than 2,000 years ago? One fact worth praising is that such bronze swords show incredible flexibility. One sword was bent by a 150-kilogram figure leaning on it, and it showed a curvature of 45 degrees. The moment the figure was moved away, the bronze sword became flat and straight again. It was a natural recovery. Such incredible forging technology is truly remarkable. But nobody has been able to work out how the ancient people mastered such skills. Number 7. The Elixir of Life. Have you ever heard of the Elixir of Life? Well, it is the immortality bug that seems to bite every great person. It started with Emperor Qin of China, who spent considerable resources trying to look for it. The Terracotta Warriors were part of this quest. Number 8. The greatest mystery is still to be revealed. The first emperor's tomb has never been opened. Emperor Qin Shi Huang's actual tomb remains a mystery to archaeologists and historians, as it is still sealed up. There have been geophysical surveys of the tomb mount, but the mausoleum itself has not been excavated. The tomb was written about by Han Dynasty historian Sima Qian, who describes palaces and scenic towers for 100 officials, as well as many rare artifacts and treasures. In addition, the two major rivers of China, Yangtze and the Yellow River, were simulated in the tomb using mercury, and the tomb ceiling was decorated with the heavenly constellations. From here, Qin Shi Huang could continue to rule over his empire even in the afterlife. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and tell us what you want to see next in the comments section below.